bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing another news and stuff video. So I don't want to make any promises, but I will tell you that I am planning on doing news videos more often. You guys are always so nice to me in the comments of the news videos because you all do realize how much work they are for me. So you may have noticed that my last news video was not too long ago. My goal is going to be to do at least one news video every 2 weeks. But I don't want to necessarily say that's 100% what I'm gonna do just because I'm not sure, but I feel better about it considering I'm filming this next one so soon. But I will definitely at least be doing one news video per month. There's that, and we'll see how it goes. The thing is, there are other videos that I also want to film. It's raining really loud and hopefully you can't hear that. So sometimes a news video might end up kind of being like a bonus video for the week or something so that I can get out the other things that I want to share with you. But anyway, I'm gonna get into the news that I have to share from the past couple of weeks. First, really exciting that I realized that I forgot to mention in my last video is that Rainbow Rowell announced Any Way the Wind Blows, which is going to be the third book in the Simon Snow series. For anyone who has read Wayward Son, I'm sure that you can empathize with me in needing that third book like ASAP. I really enjoyed Rainbow's follow-up, so I'm very much looking forward to getting more Simon and Boz in my future. There's no news of a release date or anything, but we do have a really cool teaser image from Kevin Wada, who did the artwork for the second book and then redid the artwork for the first book when it was released in paperback. I also don't think that I've mentioned this in a previous video because it was kind of when there was a lull in my news videos, but P.S. I Still Love You is actually going to be coming to Netflix on February 12th, which is perfect timing because you can plan a Galentine's Day viewing along with some of your best friends. I know I'm gonna make Andrew watch it with me also, probably on Valentine's Day. Honestly, what is sweeter than a little Lara Jean so close to Valentine's Day? Then we got the title for The Devouring Grey #2. This is gonna be called The Deck of Omens, and the book is gonna be coming out in April of 2020. I cannot wait for this one. I really love The Devouring Grey. I'm really looking forward to rereading The Devouring Grey closer to when Deck of Omens is coming out. And I'm also really looking forward to seeing what the cover is going to look like once that gets revealed, because right now we just have the title, though the UK cover has been revealed. Maybe I'll put a photo of that here, but this is not the US one. Then we have a cover reveal for The Serpent's Curse by Lisa Maxwell. This is the third book in the Last Magician series. It's a historical fantasy novel and it takes place in the 1910s in New York City, and it's so good. This one's going to be coming out in fall of 2020. Goodreads actually says that it's coming out in April, but Lisa Maxwell has said that Goodreads is incorrect. Then we have a cover reveal for Crow Rider. I really need to read the first book in this series, The Storm Crow, but so far both of these covers are just so beautiful. I think that this illustrated style is so appealing, and I'm really feeling the second cover. We also got a cover reveal for Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. This is the second book after Gideon the Ninth. Unfortunately, I didn't love, well, not that I didn't even love it, I ended up DNFing Gideon the Ninth, but I really love the cover for Harrow, and it's once again making me want to give Gideon a second chance. I did really like the world. I thought it was really cool. I just couldn't stand Gideon as a main character because she was so immature and it drove me crazy. Then we have the cover for 10 Things I Hate About Pinky by Santaya Menon. This one was just revealed very recently within the last week, and I really love it. I think that next to When Dimple Met Rishi, it's one of my favorite of her covers. I love how Pinky has the different color streaks of hair, and I love that she has the pins on her jacket. I just think the whole thing is so cute, and I really liked Pinky's character in There's Something About Sweetie, so I cannot wait to see her love story. Then we have the cover reveal for Wild at Heart by K.A. Tucker. This is actually going to be a direct sequel to The Simple Wild, which is a book that I loved so much. It took place in Alaska and I just adored it. It made me cry. The characters were so great. I loved everything about it, and I was not at all expecting there to be any kind of continuation because I felt like we got closure within that first book. But when this cover popped up on K.A. Tucker's Instagram, I squealed. I was like, oh my god, hold the phones. this is the best news ever. And also, this cover is a million times better than the first book. I think the colors in it and everything are just like gorgeous. We also got the cover for The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This one's coming out on March 24th of 2020, and I think this cover is really cute. I wish it was coming out in February because it looks like it would be a really good like Valentine's Day kind of read, but I think it's adorable. Then we have the cover for Cloak of Night by Evelyn Skye. This is the second book in the Circle of Shadows series. I haven't actually read the first book, but I do think this second cover is really pretty. Then we have the cover for Dark Skies by Danielle L. Jensen. This is the second book in the Dark Shores series, and this cover is amazing. I love how it is like this sword that's just like piercing the pages of an open book. It's really compelling me to pick up the first book much quicker than I had been anticipating. And then the final cover reveal that I have to mention is actually an adult thriller book, and that is Riley Sager's next book, entitled Home Before Dark. This particular story sounds so appealing to me because it involves a haunted house, and I just love stories with haunted houses. Like, it mentions that it's kind of similar to the Amityville Horror House. This book actually follows a girl who lived in a haunted house in Vermont with her family, but she was too young to remember anything that went on. I believe her family only lived there for about a week, and her father wrote a book with like a very famous account of everything that they experienced while they were living there, and they quickly moved out. But again, she doesn't really remember anything, and she doesn't believe in ghosts. But then as an adult, she gets an opportunity to go back to this Victorian house in the Vermont woods and restore it, and she starts having some of her own experiences. This whole synopsis is just so up my alley. I cannot wait for this one to come out. So those are all of the cover reveals. Next, I'm going to be talking about what is pretty much my dream book that was announced on Twitter by Ashley Poston. It's called Among the Beasts and Briars, and the placeholder cover is just a stunning photograph of this like magical looking fox, which I love foxes. So on Twitter, Ashley basically described this book as about two dumbasses on a hike through an enchanted wood who are trying not to kiss each other, aka the sexy fox book. I cannot even tell you how excited I am for this book. I feel like it's gonna have some Over the Garden Wall vibes. I can't wait to see the actual final cover for it, but even if they were to use the placeholder, this would be an insta-buy for me. Mackenzie Lee also announced the third book in the Montague Siblings series, which is really exciting. I did not know that we were going to be getting a third one of these. This one's called The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks, so it's in the same vein as the title of the first two books. Then we got a trailer for Let It Snow, which is going to be coming to Netflix on November 8th. I'm so excited to watch this. I really enjoyed the book, which is by John Green, Lauren Miracle, and Maureen Johnson. I read this one on Christmas like a couple of years ago, I think before I even started YouTube, and I was just so invested in the stories. Like, I thought it was so fun, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it come to life. Penguin Teen is actually going to be hosting a virtual like watch-along party, and it's going to take place on November 8th, the day that Let It Snow actually hits Netflix, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm definitely going to be participating because I'm so very much anticipating this film. I think the first footage that we've seen in the trailer looks really good, and I'm also super excited that the best friend from Spider-Man is in it. I think it's going to be great. Then another beloved YA Christmas book is also going to be coming to Netflix, and that is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. Dash is going to be played by Austin Abrams, and Lily is going to be played by Midori Francis. This one's actually going to be adapted as an 8-episode television series instead of like a book to film kind of thing. So I'm wondering if they're going to be touching upon everything in Dash and Lily's Book of Dares and then kind of delving into some of the source material in the 12 Days of Dash and Lily, and I'm wondering if there will be like a time kind of jump in the middle of the series, but I don't know, this is just a guess. Joe Trax is going to be the showrunner on this one, and he's the same person who did the Series of Unfortunate Events adaptation for Netflix, so he's already proved himself that he's good at adapting things. And this one's gonna debut sometime in 2020, but we haven't gotten a release date yet. I would imagine it's probably gonna be like November of 2020, and Rachel Cohn actually posted a photo on her Instagram the other day that they were already already filming it at the Strand, my favorite bookstore in the world. And they had like, the Strand was decked out with some Christmas lights, and there was like the sign that you see on poles in New York City saying like filming during these times, and I just got really excited when I saw that. And then while we are talking about Netflix Christmas films, I also wanted to mention how excited I am for A Christmas Prince 3 Royal Baby. This one's premiering on November 21st, and we have a really pretty poster that was revealed for this. And then another Netflix Christmas movie that I'm really looking forward to is another one starring Vanessa Hudgens, and this one is called The Night Before Christmas. Vanessa's going to be playing a science teacher who has to help a cursed medieval knight return to his time period. This one premieres on December 5th, and I am so excited. We also have a poster for this one. Then I actually am very light on Star Wars news in this video, but The Art of Star Wars Rebels is coming out next year in March, and a limited edition was announced, and it is stunning. I have already pre-ordered my copy. It's to die for, and I absolutely love Star Wars Rebels, so I'm so excited to get this book. I just wanted you guys to all see how pretty it is so that you can pre-order it too if you're interested. And then lastly in Star Wars news, which doesn't really sound like news, but give me a second here. So Star Tours is going to be updated with locations from The Rise of Skywalker, which yeah, obviously I think that we all saw that coming, but it's actually going to be updated on December 20th, which is the day that Rise of Skywalker hits theaters. So if you for some reason have a trip planned to Disney and you're gonna be like going and riding Star Tours before you see Rise of Skywalker, there is the potential for spoilers in there, so just beware. Disney Plus released a full list of everything that is gonna be coming to the streaming service on November 12th when they launch. I'm so excited. I already made like a huge list of things for Andrew and I to watch and rewatch. I'm really excited for The Mandalorian, but I'll leave a link down below to the full list so you can kind of start planning what you're gonna watch as well. Next, CBS is reportedly rebooting the Clueless television show, but it's gonna be a very modern, updated kind of take on the story. So it's actually gonna focus on Dion as the main character, and it's gonna be more like Mean Girls meets Riverdale than what the original Clueless series was like. And the basic premise is that Cher disappears, and then Dion kind of has to fill her shoes as the queen bee and try to kind of uncover the mystery of where Cher disappeared to. And it's going to take place in LA in 2020, and I'm really excited for this. I hope that it actually like gets picked up once the pilot is filmed. It was also announced that HBO Max is going to be streaming the entire Studio Ghibli library, which is a huge deal because literally no one has the rights for streaming Ghibli films. They're extremely hard to find. The only way to watch them really is if you buy the DVDs or if you go to the movie theater. But the reason that it is because Ghibli feels like they are supposed to be like a community kind of thing, and they want you to experience it in the theater setting along with other fans. So for them to have given the rights is a huge deal. Then moving back to Disney Plus, it's been reported that Hocus Pocus 2 is in development. Thank you. I'm so excited about this. Hocus Pocus is one of my favorite Halloween movies, so I cannot wait. And they are saying that they really want to get the original 3 actresses back to reprise their roles as the Sanderson sisters. That's not yet confirmed, but supposedly Disney Plus like really wants to do that, and I'm really hoping that they do. My one concern is I really hope that they don't try to adapt the Hocus Pocus sequel novel that was released, I think it was last year, because that was like not good. I have very high hopes for this, but I just want them to do it right. Then Freeform has announced that they have canceled the Perfectionist series, which I think me, my friend Cassie, and this one writer over at Hypable are probably the only people that are really upset about this. All of us really liked watching it. This one writer honestly would write Perfectionists articles like constantly, and I think she was trying really hard to like make them think that more people were watching it than actually were. But I got really into it, and it wasn't good, but it was enjoyable for me. The CW is going to be making a prequel series to the 100, and they're introducing it with what's called a backdoor pilot. And what that means is that the pilot for this prequel has already been filmed, and it's going to air during season 7 of the show The 100, and then will eventually like get its spin-off into its own series. It takes place 97 years before the events of The 100. It opens with the end of the world, and it follows a band of survivors, and so far that's all we really know about it. Then Lee Pace and Jared Harris were both cast in Apple's adaptation of, I almost said Isaac Newton, of Isaac Asimov's Foundation trilogy. Lee Pace is going to be playing Brother Day, and Jared Harris will be playing Harry Seldon. David Esquire is going to be the showrunner on this one, and the series is going to have a total of 10 episodes, but there's no word on like release dates or anything like that. Amazon has cast their villain for the Lord of the Rings prequel series that they are filming. Thorin will be played by Joseph Mall, who actually played Uncle Benjen on Game of Thrones. Pre-production for the series has already begun. I can't remember if I said this in a previous news video, but they're actually going to be filming in New Zealand, which is pretty exciting. Then back to Disney Plus for a second. It was announced that Lizzie McGuire's family, her mom, dad, and brother, are all going to be played by the original actors from the Lizzie McGuire show, like that was on years ago. They're all returning for the reboot, and Hilary Duff posted a photo of her faux family in what will soon be their living room, and she was holding a copy of the script for episode 1. So it's really exciting to see that all of the actors are so on board for the series. I'm so excited about it. I grew up watching Lizzie McGuire, and it was like one of my favorite shows. Now, I'm not sure if it's been announced, but I really hope that they can get Miranda and Gordo back too, because that would just be amazing. In other adaptation news, Cushiel's Legacy by Jacqueline Carey has been optioned by Lionsgate, and that's including all 9 books in the series. It's basically a trilogy of trilogies. According to Jacqueline Carey's Twitter, they are working on creating this as a series that will run on Starz. And then 2 random little fun things that are only going to apply to some people is that in New York City in November, there's going to be a Schitt's Creek pop-up, and you'll actually get to like walk through. They released a floor plan of it online, so you like walk into the Rosebud Motel, and I'm pretty sure they get to go to like the Rose Apothecary and just a whole bunch of different places that are in the show Schitt's Creek, which Andrew and I recently binged all 5 seasons in way less than a week. It's so funny. So yeah, I'm hoping that we'll be able to grab tickets for that. And then if you are on the West Coast, this is one that I really wish that I could get to, but sadly I'm not going to. From December 21st to January 5th, Warner Brothers Studios at Hollywood is going to be recreating Stars Hollow. So Gilmore Girls fans can actually go and like immerse themselves in the town, which just sounds like a dream come true. Like I cannot even imagine that. I'm so jealous. I really wish that that was happening in New York. But if you're in California, you'll have to go, and I will live vicariously through you. So yeah, that's all that I have for this edition of News and Stuff. Hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing these videos more frequently. I know I'm looking forward to filming them more frequently, even though, again, they are a lot of work, but they are really fun. So let me know what you're most excited for, and that's all that I have for this video, and I will see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!